What's up, everybody? It's your boy Locked and Loaded, and today we are bringing our very first gun review. Well, is it really our first? I don't really know. I did somewhat review the SIG macro. If you want to check that out, it'll be right up here. But again, this is like my first gun review video in this manner. So hopefully you like it. If so, be sure that you smash that like button. But the gun we're going to be talking about today is the Springfield Prodigy DS1911, but the 4 1/4 version. Look at that. Look at that pretty thing. Look at that pretty thing. And just for YouTube, so that you do know, we are empty. There is nothing in that chamber, as you can see. We are fully empty. I'm gonna point in the safe direction. We are empty and clear, all that good stuff. But I definitely wanted to do this video. So prior to me picking up this firearm, all I was seeing was like the negative videos of, oh, it's a whole lot of failure to go in the batteries, failure to feeds, like this is wrong, that is wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's not a Staccato, it's not a 2011, same thing, all that good rah-rah. I get that. But I think Springfield, they had a market when they made this gun, and it was people like me. Like if you broke.
How much money does he have? Jay broke.
But you still want a Staccato and you can't afford a $2,500 gun, or rah, you just don't want to spend that amount. They came up with one that's $1,500. It's a big difference.
Boy, if you don't.
So far, first off, when you hold this firearm, it feels super freaking comfortable. The grip module, the polymer with their texture grip that they have here, all of this just feels so freaking comfortable. Like it fits me, it fits my hands. And it doesn't matter if it's the 17 rounder or the 20 rounder, they both just feel perfect when I am holding my firearm. A lot of guns for me, I do have a bit bigger hands. So when it comes to me finding a gun that necessarily fits, I don't want it to feel like my hand is eating the gun like this. You know what I'm saying?
Casey, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
And a lot of firearms that I've tried to purchase or try for myself, they've ended up like this. But for this one in particular, it just feels so freaking perfect for my hands. I can get a full purchase on it. I get a nice solid presentation. And then when it comes to me like just pulling that trigger, well, first, when it comes to pulling that trigger, it just feels natural to me. And it definitely proves so on the target. So if you see this target here, this target, this was from my last session that I shot with it, and it was me hitting 750 rounds. With this target here, this is 150 shots. Like literally, this entire target is 150 shots. You see there are no misses nowhere else. 150 shots. No failures, none of that. And I think that's the main point that I want to speak on, is that I have not experienced one failure with this gun yet. And a lot of people, they're probably saying, oh, you're lying, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, seriously, I've ran, like I said, 750 rounds through. I haven't experienced it. It's been flawless for me. And I'll put some footage in here of me shooting it too, just so you can see like the gun has really just been running for me. And I have one clip, it was a cell phone clip, but I have one clip where I let off 20 rounds. And that was like I think that was my last 20 shots. And it just ran, and I was like, I was so freaking excited. Cause I was like, okay, can I carry this thing at work? Like I work at a gun range. So it's like, do I trade out my Glock? Do I have my Glock here? I do. So I was like, do I trade out my Glock 45? And let me make sure that she is empty. Yep, she's empty. Nothing in there. Do I trade out my Glock 45 to be able to carry the Springfield Prodigy? Now you see the size difference, right? There is somewhat of a little size difference, I guess. Let's see. Let's somewhat compare them. So yeah, the Prodigy is just slightly bigger, I would say. Or is it? I don't even know. I lied. The 45, the slide of the 45 is slightly bigger. As you can see, you cannot see that Prodigy one. but the frame, you see the Prodigy does stick out a bit more. But overall, it's just, when I hold both of these, one, they do feel good. I still love my Glock. This is a stock Glock. I did nothing except for change out my sights to some tritium sights. But yeah, I love them both, but it's just something about the feel and the weight of this Prodigy that gives me like super satisfaction. As you see, I do have the TLR 1S on here. I'm waiting for an HL to come in stock at the store that I work at, for me to put it on here. The reason I went with this light is, one, again, I ain't got money like that, so I'm not gonna spend that much money on an X300. So I opted for the TLR 1 series. Then I found a holster that I had watched reviews on before as well, which was the Black Hawk Omnivore holster, and it takes whatever gun has this light on it. So it's light retention. I put it on, there's nothing. It is level 2, so I do have to push a button. But say one day I was just like, I don't want to carry my Prodigy to work. I'm gonna, carry my Glock. Okay, no biggie. I'm just gonna take the light, I'm gonna put it onto the Glock, tighten it down, and then boom. Same holster, functions perfectly, no issues. And I've ran drills with both of these firearms out of this holster, and this is next to flawless for me. The one thing I did do, and it's not really a holster review, but just telling people that don't know, this holster is only 40 bucks on Amazon. There's a plate that I got here that adapts Black Hawk to Safariland. So you put the plate on, then you go ahead and put your quick detach things on there, and it works perfectly. I got it on the low ride here, but definitely look into that if you're looking for a holster that can take multiple guns with a certain light. But yeah, back to the Prodigy. This thing, like I said, has just been it for me. Super freaking slick. It's been it for me. Now, if you want to talk about things that I'm looking to change, if anything, I will be getting a new optic plate so I can put on a 507K. I'm going with the 507K because I have one on my everyday carry, and that's just what I'm used to. And they have a plate for it in stock right now. So I'm going to order that plate. It's like 60 bucks though. They send you a plate that goes with the Springfield Dragonfly, which I hate that optic. I've seen it like twice. I just don't like it. So I'm not gonna get that. But yeah, I'm gonna pay for that plate. It does come with the rear sight on it, so you don't lose your sight when you're running an optic. And then I wish that I could find a tritium front sight. Like, fiber optics is not horrible, but I do prefer having that tritium sight on it. So I'm gonna keep my eye out and see if that's something I can look for. A lot of people have been telling me to go ahead and put a magwell on it. I could, I guess. Like, it doesn't change the way I shoot or anything. I guess it just changes reloads. Like, I don't know if you saw, like, I kind of stumbled just now, but like my reloads with this have been somewhat solid. I haven't had issues with it. I love the look with that 20 rounder. But yeah, man, the Springfield Prodigy, super solid gun. How would I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? I give it a strong 7. And that's from my experience, not everybody else's. I will give this gun a 7. The only reason for the 7, of course, is one, the plate system. Well, the plates they have available. They don't have a ton of plates available just yet. 2, again, I would rather have tritium sights on it. And then 3, it still is $1,500. Like, that ain't no cheap ticket. So, but it is cheaper than the Staccato. So I feel like this is a great entry gun for you. If you want to get into the 2011 platform, go for the Springfield Prodigy. Don't let all of the videos like deter you away from it. Like, yeah, take into account some of the things they're saying. And if you do decide to get the gun, somewhat expect it to be a project. Like, I expected to have a ton of failures out of this. I expected me to have to go to my gunsmith and say, hey, like this, and this is happening. Like, can we get that fixed? And I have not had to do that. Knock on wood. I have not had to do that. Oh, and it is one more thing that I dislike, and that is the way that you take this gun down. So if you look in the front, I hate pointing this at y'all. So like, don't kill me.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
But if you look at the guide rod, this is like a hex key guide rod. So you need to have the actual, like this comes with it, but you need to actually have it for you to be able to take this gun down and clean it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna loosen it first. You put this in here, you're gonna loosen it first, and then you're gonna pull back until you get to this little notch here. You push this pin out, and then the whole slide just slides off of the frame. It's a 2-piece setup, the whole slide slides off. And then on the inside, you're gonna, once you got the slide off, finish loosening the guide rod here. Hold the spring, and then it's like 2 pieces. You take them both apart, you can take it out, slide your barrel out, and get the cleaning. And it's really easy to assemble, disassemble, all that good stuff. Those are like the only things. So yeah, the front sight, the takedown, the way you take it down, excuse me, and the Optiplex setup. Those are like things that I truly dislike. But in terms of feel, it feels great to shoot. I think this is probably my favorite pistol to shoot so far. This has been my favorite pistol to shoot. I don't know if it's because it's still somewhat new to me. I really don't, but I've ran this thing flawlessly. I've had more, and this is crazy to say, I can't believe I'm saying it. I've had more failures in my Glock.
Man, shit ain't got serious, man.
Gotta count for something. So Springfield, great job on this firearm. I truly hope that this was somewhat like helpful for some people. Like if you're like me and you're like, I want the Prodigy, but I don't know if I want to pull that trigger. Go to your range, see if they have one to rent. I got the 4 1/4 version. I know the 5-inch version is the one that had like the most issues, but like I said, rent it for yourself, see how you like it. Let me know down below. Did you like the firearm? Are you gonna save up the extra G to be able to, you know, pick up a STI 2011? Let me know what you wanna do. Maybe one day I'll purchase the 2011 still, but for now, this is perfectly fine for me. I was like, why does it look different? I forgot I put my light on my Glock. But check it out, man. Let me know what y'all think below. I'm gonna show y'all the firearm one last time. Again, I am running the TLR 1S, not the HL, unfortunately, but the TLR 1S for right now on my firearm. This is what she looks like. Let me throw the 20 in there. That's with the 20, and then this is with the 17. And a couple more points before we wrap it up. You can use 2011 mags in this firearm. You just have to go and buy them, which they do cost a grip. So you can do 2011 mags. And I think it's like Atlas or something like that. I'm not huge when it comes to 2011s. I don't know all of them, but the Atlas mags I think is something you can use, and the Staccato mags. I'm running everything stock right now, and the shit been working for me. So if it worked for me, it might work for you. Again, I say use your best judgment. But I truly hope that I was able to shine some light on this firearm. And some people are gonna ask, what ammo am I carrying? It's out of stock right now, but I am carrying the Black Rambo ammo. So if you do find that in stock, definitely get you some. The shit is great. I love it. I run the Black Rambo, and then I also run the SIG V Crown ammo, depending on which gun I'm using for the day. So pick your poison. But if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, please be sure to subscribe, hit that noti bells. That way you don't miss an upload. I drop gaming and guns right now. Gaming and guns, that's what I'm doing. Until the weather breaks, then you'll get some gaming guns and fishing. But until then, again, thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Go get yourself a Prodigy.